I'm delighted to be here at the latest Planted event with Marie Carlisle, who's the co-founder and chief executive of Goldfinger, a social enterprise design furniture studio, who we're absolutely delighted to have here at Planted, and thank you for being here, Marie.
My pleasure.
We've just been speaking on stage on the Wasted Away talk about circular design and designing out waste from products. Can you tell us a little bit about why Goldfinger sort of fit into that picture?
Absolutely. So we are on a mission to design and make the most sustainable furniture there is, so with the least carbon footprint. And so we do that by making our furniture mostly from wood that has traveled as little as possible. And so we're really looking at, initially we were looking at reclaimed wood, people donating wood to us. And then we went a step further because, as you can imagine, there just isn't enough reclaimed donated wood, especially in the quantities and homogeneity that we needed to make furniture. And so we set about looking for local trees, because so much FSC wood is actually imported, coming from Canada, coming from the Far East, coming from Eastern Europe. We're actually the second largest importer of wood in the world after China, which is a statistic that just boggles my mind. 94% of timber in the UK is imported, and we've got to change that. And so we were delighted to partner with Grown in Britain, which is a fantastic certification that is basically responsibly managed British woodlands. And we are sitting at a table right here, which is British ash, and lots of other woods here, because we've taken it a step further, which is not just working with responsibly managed forests, but actually looking at all the trees that are falling for natural reasons, whether that's through weather-related incidents, storms. It happens every winter, and to disease. We've all heard of ash dieback and Dutch elm disease, and if you catch it early enough, the wood is perfectly usable. To also urban development. Whether we like it or not, it's happening around us, and trees are coming down. And we had a little look at this and realized that over 5,000 mature trees get cut down in London every year, and most of those were going to being burnt for biofuel. And we thought, this is crazy. How are we importing all this wood from far away and then burning the trees on our doorstep? And so we make it our mission to make furniture from this type of wood, which we call tree cycled. And this is a collection of homewares that we just launched with Selfridges that uses this kind of wood. And we actually stamp the GPS coordinates of where the tree once stood on the back of each product, so people can go and look it up and go, oh wow, that was a sycamore tree in Islington. How incredible. So they're not actually, this collection is not just British trees, they're London trees.
Amazing. So super local.
Super local.
So almost no actual energy used in transportation, and an incredibly beautiful product, I must say. I mean, in terms of your kind of mission, what are you guys trying to... There's a message behind what you're doing as well. I mean, what are you can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
Absolutely. I think first and foremost, we are driven by the why of what we do. The furniture is the what, and it's obviously, you know, what drives us, but the why is what gets us out of bed every day. And the why is really imagining a world where all spaces are beautiful, sustainable, and inclusive. And so that we've talked about the sustainable. The inclusive part is really making sustainability more inclusive in many ways. We spoke about it earlier. How do we offer financing options, buy now, pay later platforms like Klarna, which are really helping with that, as well as exploring rental models. so as consumer patterns change. But my main one is really mindset shifts. I think that really is, we're really standing up to throwaway culture and to single-use anything, and to extending the longevity of an item. And so that's why we design from this perspective of not end of life, but also timeless design. We're not chasing after trends and fads, but we hope to really be creating timeless designs that aren't just used for 3 or 5 years, but actually used for a lifetime and actually passed down from generation to generation. So it becomes an heirloom piece, and then that really changes the price issue because you're spreading it over such a long life. And why we choose to do things in a high-end way. For me, my background is in the luxury industry, having worked in fashion and beauty, and my passion is really that intersection between luxury and sustainability, in that doing things sustainably does cost more, and so that premium positioning is what helps pay for that. And I also believe that by having that premium positioning, you really make it aspirational and making sustainability cool and not something that was just for charity shops, or, you know, back in the day when it was sustainable fashion, it was a bit itchy, or it wasn't fit for function. And for us, sustainability is no compromise on design, on aesthetic, on quality. And I often say a test for our product is if someone, in theory, didn't care about the environment or people, said, I love that table, I want it, and by buying it, they are supporting the impact. So that's it. It's leading with beauty and not relying on our sustainability credentials to make an impact on the world. It's the both of them together.
That's really fascinating, and I guess, you know, that idea, which is something that we're Planted really want to associate with and promote, is that, you know, you buy cheap, you buy twice, don't you? You know, that is, it's about thinking not just about the immediate purchase, but what are you going to keep in the family, perhaps, that you can actually pass down through generations. Exactly.
Buy less, but buy better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in terms of, can you talk a little bit about the actual products that we've got in front of us? You've talked about the lovely homeware, but it's such a beautiful finish. I mean, how much time goes into creating these, the design process? Who are the people that actually are making these products?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We have we make all of our products in Notting Hill and North Kensington, so not too far from here, which is a very unique part of our model, and we employ local designer makers to design and make our products. Everything from the homewares here. This collection was designed exclusively for Selfridges, so it was a real conversation about what their customers are wanting and what our designers are, you know, what materials we have, and trying to co-create a conversation. So much of this, of what Goldfinger is, has happened through collaboration and through partnership. And so I mean, you know, to get a collection like this going, you know, in reality, it was actually very fast. It was about a year, but when you break that down, it was about 3 months of design time, and then the actual, you know, the making of it, they're done as batch manufacturing. So there's, you know, multiples being made over about a 3-week period, basically. The core of what we do is really furniture, and furniture for homes and businesses, and that really is the core expertise of our designers and makers, who really bring their passion and experience in traditional craftsmanship to our clients who come to us and say, I want a table for this. So it might be a very unique table for their home, or a boardroom for an office. And we really get involved in that again, that co-creation of the item, and often involve the client in coming to choose their tree. What tree plank would you like for your table? So there's a really human element, and reconnecting people to where things are made, how things are made, who is making them. So it's not faceless anymore, it's totally transparent. People are meeting the person making their item. So that's really important to us.
It's amazing, and it's just a fantastic, obviously beautifully made product. So much thought and time and quality, and it's an absolute pleasure to have Goldfinger here at Planted. Marie, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being part of this event, and we're very much looking forward to welcoming you to more events in the future.
Thank you so much, Sam. It's been a pleasure being here.